So y'all voted and y'all wanted me to take a deep dive into Gary's shell, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. Hey! So Gary's shell is in a lot of episodes, starting with Help Wanted of course.
Today's the big day, Gary. Look at me!
But we are more interested in what's on the inside of Gary's shell. And we get our first look at that in the season 4 episode Karate Island.
Just look at that shine! Now let's check under the hood!
We see that SpongeBob fits inside of Gary's shell, as SpongeBob goes inside the shell to clean its inside.
Jeez, Gary, this place is a real snail sty! Still? From New Year's Eve?
The shell follows the bigger on the inside rule for sure, as here there is a lot of space with even lights and a painting on the wall.
My favorite novelty t-shirt! Ooh, someone's here!
Other times, like in Porous Pockets in season 6, Gary's shell seems a lot smaller. Gary has a record player under his shell, as we see in both Your Shoes Untied and Earworm. In the season 8 episode Frozen Face Off, we see Gary going into his own shell. This looks really cozy and a lot smaller than we saw in Karate Island. Gary got some other pictures on the wall here as well, with some other snails, like portraits of other snails. In the season 9 episode Pineapple Invasion, Plankton breaks into SpongeBob's house and then into Gary's shell.
What a fool I've been! SpongeBob's hidden the secret formula inside Gary's shell!
So Plankton is way smaller than SpongeBob, right? So the scale is different from what we saw in Karate Island.
I bet it reeks. Good thing I don't have a nose. Ay, ay, ay!
Gary chases Plankton with his eye through here, which does not make a lot of sense with the perspective we saw in both other appearances of the inside of the shell. Like, judging by how big his eye is here, Gary shouldn't even fit in here by himself. But the inside of Gary's shell is still probably bigger in this episode, cause we get to see a lot of different rooms as Plankton runs through here. Like, this is crazy. We did not see all this in Karate Island, but there is an explanation for this as we see at the end of the episode.
Let me bask in its glory!
Well, that's odd. Who's that?
So, should we just discount this episode entirely then?
The gases inside this shell are making the little guy hallucinate.
If Plankton was hallucinating, then none of that was probably real, although the beginning probably was. Like, I would say he started hallucinating once the rooms inside started getting weird. So, unfortunately, as cool as these stairs were, I think they just ain't real. Or I mean, none of it is real, it's a cartoon, but you get what I mean. But I actually don't think, like, we know where to make the cutoff. Gary's eye is not an indicator of when he starts hallucinating, since we see Gary notice Plankton going inside his shell, so it's, you know, naturally he would follow him inside, even though he could just go inside himself, like we've seen in other episodes. Like when Plankton first went inside, that room is obviously real, like it's really similar to what we saw when SpongeBob was in here. And then I would say the spiral and pink stairs are probably real as well. And then I guess he starts hallucinating as soon as the stairs change color, as it's right after it goes off the deep end and becomes very surreal. Something I just realized is that once the stairs change colors, we also see the fumes that are later coming out of Gary's shell. We like see them like inside. So it makes a lot of sense that if these are the fumes that made Plankton hallucinate, it's right here he starts hallucinating. So I think my theory is correct. Also, I don't think this view of the shell we get at the end really disprove anything. Like, looking at it, you would think that it's actually not bigger on the inside, but it looks like you can go deeper into it in the back. And also, of course, it's gonna look smaller when they open it. Like, we've seen Gary's shell break multiple times, and it's obvious that you can't actually fit in there, but yeah, that's the whole point with the bigger on the inside rule. And to my knowledge, that's actually it for Gary's shell. Like, yeah, Gary's in a bunch of episodes, so his shell is in a lot of episodes too. But if the plot has anything to do with his shell, it's mostly just like breaking it and stuff. These few episodes are really the only time we get a look at the inside. So I don't really have much more to say. This might be a short video, but I mean, yeah, what can I do? Yeah, I have no idea how to end videos, bro.